Hey, what's up guys? Young Features. Hope you're doing well today. In this video, we're going to be checking in on the part 2 of the series of this Sweden playthrough, which is within the Scandinavian Empire, and that's what this coalition is if you're playing as Sweden, Finland, and Norway. Alright, so in our last video, in terms of activity, there wasn't too much going on. You saw that Finland and myself had been invading the Baltic states, that's Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. We've already, you can see, basically taken that region pretty easily. And since then, I've also entered war with Belarus. He actually held this city that was a Lithuanian city, and that was my first contact with him. He's just had a few troops there, nothing too special, just 2 motorized infantry, and I believe a scout vehicle as well. And I cleaned up a little bit and started moving more south, and now I'm into his eastern homeland cities. I've already taken 2 of them here, one of his supply cities and his only electronic city, so I'm already into his homeland with 2 of his cities, and I'm also on the northern border coming in from the northern flank up here. Not too much resistance really, it was just some motorized infantry that he had stationed there. I have a feeling that he's not really active anymore after I've basically pushed through, and he may have already given up. So if that's the case, then it makes it a little easier, of course. Like I said in the first video, a lot of people go inactive in conflict of nations, as many of you guys know. Regardless of that, I'm going to push forward and take Belarus. As these cities are smoking, I'm not going to leave them until the morale is at 33-34%, somewhere around there, to where I can leave those cities and then push west into the rest of his cities. But for now, I can actually take his capital, Minsk, very easily with this northern group I have right here. So I'm actually going to push them forward right now, and I know there's nothing there at the moment because I have 3 strike fighters that have been patrolling, taking out troops in Minsk and around the area. I'm going to take his capital pretty quickly, and then I'm probably going to have some cleanup to do with these last 3 cities, and I might have actual more resistance once this country goes full AI, and the AI will actually attack other than take a defensive stance and not do anything. I think Belarus is basically going to be ours. That'll be a nice addition for my economy, and then have a good base of operations in mainland Europe because I'm across the water and the Baltic Sea from, mainland Europe here, as you can see. A little bit of strategy if you are going to do a game with Sweden and you're going to go into the Baltic states and maybe go after Belarus or Poland or anything around this area. This river here, I forget the name of it, you can actually utilize this and send any naval units in here. You can also utilize it just to move in troops and take this city from Lithuania if you wish. But I do have a corvette that I placed here, and it was helping me bombard the city and take out units. That is just a little strategy if you guys are ever looking to invade this area as Sweden. After Belarus is over, I think what's going to be next is moving on to this other European coalition, which is Poland, Romania, and Serbia, and they're mainly in the central region for the most part, and it's going to look like I'm going to go to war with Poland. That's my plan, at least, and I can attack from multiple angles. I can attack from the water and attack from the land here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I can use my corvettes that I have stationed. I have 3 right now, but I'm going to produce some more and just bombard these 2 coastal cities, and then I have more strike fighters. I have 3 here, but more cooking up in Stockholm, and I can use those to bombard the cities, and then I can land forces on there, and my stack is going to be the mechanized infantry with a tank destroyer. And I also have SAMs, which I had just finished research, so I'm going to have SAMs eventually. I plan to have a mobile artillery with that stack, but I might be able to get away without the mobile artillery because I have strike fighters and then I have SAMs, so I might be able to get away with that for now. That'll be a coastal assault on those 2 cities, and then I can push on Warsaw, on his capital, or I might have to go on Lubin. But I would preferably like to take the capital and do a lot of damage there and take out that morale. Of course, I have my allies Norway and Finland. Finland has been extremely successful in Russia. You can see all this blue land, that is his. He's been able just to roll in and take Russia, and he's about to take the last city down here. I think he already took it. Yep, looks like what he's negotiated with Kazakhstan is his. He did a great job of diplomacy, of talking to Kazakhstan to have a 2-front attack on Russia, and Russia just fell very easily. He didn't really have to do much at all. So that's great for our team to have more cities for him and just more of a buffer on our homeland. And then Norway, he's got some progress. He's already taken Iceland very easily, and now he's moving into the UK and taking the United Kingdom from the north. He's already landed in Northern Ireland, so he's doing some good work as well. We're expanding as a coalition pretty well together. And he also did take Copenhagen, helped out a little bit here. Copenhagen, I used towed artillery that you get default in almost any game mode on Conflict of Nations. Just constantly bombarded it with the towed artillery, and this is an AI nation, so there's not too much to really deal with. Just did that and just let him take that city because he has way less cities than myself and Finland that give him more resources. But that's basically it, guys. And I have a small navy that's developing. You have corvette here right at this choke point in the Baltic Sea. I have another one right here where if Poland ever does decide to leave the city and try to attack me, I have a corvette sitting right there waiting for him. And I have a corvette here in the river, but I can also, pull that out if I need more help. These corvettes, I don't see Poland building really any navy presence. He's got level 1 naval bases, and I can just start attacking those whenever I want. I don't see anything from Romania. He's got one coastal city. That's a homeland city. Looks like he's taking Greece, and then he's taken more of Italy, or most of Italy it looks like. And then you have Serbia. I don't see any naval bases from him either. There's no naval threat from this European coalition that I'm going to have to end up fighting, but it's going to be a lot of land battles and air battles, I would predict. To wrap up the video, let's look at research. There's not really much to update you guys on. Infantry has stayed the same. Mechanized infantry level 1. The only thing I researched in infantry. I had the tank destroyer level 1. Nothing in the research except the level 1 SAM launcher, which I'm going to start producing soon. I'm just waiting for my level 3 army base to complete. No helicopters. Level 1 strike fighter. No heavy planes. Corvette level 1. And then nothing else for the rest of these categories that I've researched at all. So if you are going to play as Sweden, an economic thing that you need to know ahead of time is that you're going to lack your electronics. Fuel takes a little bit, but it's electronics that I've seen that I've had to work really hard to get an arms industry. I'm already doing a level 4 arms industry on day 7 because it was really hampering my ability to produce strike fighters, tanks, and ships. You're going to want to know that ahead of time, that you're going to want to focus on making sure you have enough electronics, and the only way to do that is to have higher arms industry and to conquer more land, of course. I'm going to say the same thing about rare materials as well, so know that for rare materials. Alright guys, that is basically it for the part 2 of this Scandinavian Empire video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any comments, just let me know in the comment section below, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you later.